moment you start understanding you are not the mind, you will have a sharp intelligence and spontaneity. You can see in your life, if two guys are playing chess. If you are watching the game, you will know the better moves than those two. And if you are playing, you will not know the moves. If you are just watching, you will tell them, hey, why don't you do this, why don't you do that? But if you yourself are playing, you will not be able to do that. Just because of the pressure to win makes you dull. When you are witnessing, when you are away, you don't have the pressure to win. When the pressure to win is not there, you become so intelligent, you become so spontaneous, you become so alive, your mind starts radiating intelligence. When Ashtavakra says, you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are not the earth, you are not the water, you are not the fire, you are not the air, you are not the ether. He says you are not five elements. We always think we are the five elements. Body and mind are made up of five elements. We always think we are the five elements. First thing, understand you are not this body and mind. When you understand you are not this body and mind, you start respecting the body and mind. You start living with your body and mind blissfully. You do not abuse your body. You do not disrespect your body intelligence. You let your body live naturally. You let your body to live blissfully. If you detach the next sutra, you detach the body and rest in intelligence, you will at once be happy, peaceful and free from bondage. I think this one of the sutras, Ashtavakra completely expresses whatever wants to say. Ashtavakra clearly explains whatever he wants to say. Usually, to tell things in a clear way needs intelligence. One more thing, to understand things from 2-3 statements also needs intelligence. Otherwise, we always understand from the other part. Small story. One guy from Texas goes to Europe country. There he meets a farmer. The farmer starts speaking, the Europe farmer, he starts speaking about his farming and agriculture and all those things. And the Texas guy asks, where is your farm? Please show me. Farmer says, I have 10 acres in front of my house. I have 20 acres back this side of my house. He was very proud. The Europe farmer, he was very proud of his 30-acre land. Suddenly, this guy asked the Texas guy, how many acres of land you own? How you do the agriculture? Texas guy said, how many acres? I don't know. Early morning, I sit in my car and start, goes on. Only in the evening, I reach the other side of the boundary. Europe guy immediately says, oh, is it so? Once upon a time, even I had like this one car. Once upon a time, even I had like this one car. Please understand, this guy says, I have a big land. But the Europe guy understands, your car is not moving. You talk from one angle and the person understands from the other angle. Now, you need intelligence to present something with few words. Same way, you need intelligence To understand something with few words. Bernard Shaw wrote a 40-page book, and then he makes a statement. I don't have enough time, otherwise I would have wrote only 20 pages. Because I don't have enough time, I wrote 40-page book. If I had enough time, I would have used my intelligence and reduced this content to 20 pages. Because I don't have time, I have to write 40 pages. Be very clear. Do not think if the book is voluminous, it contains intelligence. Many times, few sutras, one or two lines will give the whole clarity. It can transform the whole life. Today, all I wanted to express is a simple one thing, only one concept. There is something called enlightenment, and it is possible. There is something called living in the body and mind without being touched by the body and mind. You can live inside the body and mind without being touched by the body and mind. You can live a liberated life. First thing, it is possible. It is possible. If you understand the technology of Ashtavakra, not only it is possible, it is guaranteed. It is guaranteed. If you have the courage to enter into the technology of Ashtavakra, just have it. Today, I say it is possible. Tomorrow, I will be explaining how it is guaranteed, and then tomorrow, just have it. And there is nothing else needs to be done. Now, all you need to understand is simple two things. First thing, you are not the body and mind. Second thing, if you detach the body and rest in intelligence, you will at once be happy, peaceful and free from bondage. The moment you think, you understand, you are not the body and mind, immediately, that very moment, you will become peaceful. Tremendous peace starts happening in you. You start understanding and accepting you as you are. In that very moment, you start relaxing into yourself. In that very moment, you become silent. That very moment creates bliss in you. The moment you understand you are not body and mind, you relax from this whole samsara saga. As long as you associate yourself with the body and mind, all the sufferings and pains of the body and mind is experienced by you. You start experiencing the pains and pleasures, sufferings of body and mind. Just understand this simple thing. For animal to breathe, for a cow to breathe, it doesn't need ego, it doesn't need any being, it doesn't need any character. But you are afraid, if you drop your being, you will not be able to use your body. You are afraid, if you drop your being, your body will not function smoothly. You have an idea about yourself. I am somebody's father, I am somebody's brother, I am somebody's son, I am this, I am that. This idea which you are having, this being which you are carrying, this ego which you are carrying is not necessary for the smooth functioning of your body and mind. Of course, very difficult to believe. A born blind person went to the doctor and asked the doctor, "Doctor, please do something and give me eyes." Doctor says, "I'll do an operation, you'll have your eyes back." then you will be able to walk without a stick. The blind people use a stick to walk. He says you will be able to walk without a stick. The blind man says, Sir, I understand you will do an operation. I understand I will have my eyes back. But I am not able to understand how can I walk without stick. He cannot understand. You cannot convince him intellectually he can walk without stick after the operation. You can't convince him intellectually. Because by and by he started thinking his walking itself is connected to the stick. Only after the operation he can understand he can walk without stick. Once he gets his eyes back, he will throw the sticks away and walk. I tell you, you don't need your ego to live in the body and mind. How the born blind person never understands he can walk without stick after operation. You are not able to understand. You can also live without the ego in the body and mind. You can live inside your body, inside your mind, without ego. How a blind man doesn't need stick, same way you don't need ego to live. The ego which you are carrying, the concept about you which you are carrying constantly, the personality which you are carrying is not necessary for you to live inside the body and mind. You are afraid, no, if I drop that personality, people may cheat me, they may exploit me, I may be taken for a ride, somebody may cheat me in my business, somebody may take away all my properties. If I feel I am not a body, I may not maintain my house, I may give it away. All these fears raise in you. Please be very clear. All these fears are created in you by your ego. As long as you are afraid, you can be exploited by the ego. Whoever wants to exploit you, first thing they have to do is create fear in you, including your worker. If he wants to exploit, he will create the fear that without him you cannot do your activities. First thing, he will create a fear in you that he is needed. If he is not there, your smooth activities will be disturbed. Whether your company or your house or something, it will be disturbed. First thing, he creates a deep idea in you that he is an important part. Without him, you cannot run. He creates fear in you. Then, according to the level of the fear, according to the intensity of the fear, he starts exploiting you. Same way, first thing ego does is, ego clearly tries to prove to your being, you cannot live in your body and mind without me. Without the personality, you cannot live. Once you are frightened, once you are afraid, once you start believing that without the ego you cannot live in your body and mind, it is very easy for you to exploit. It is very easy for your ego to exploit you, to cheat you. Be very clear, it is just simple fear. Nothing but simple fear. We will do a beautiful, very effective meditation technique from this sutra. Just few minutes of meditation to realize the truth of this sutra. But before entering into the meditation, I will spend few minutes answering your questions because I uttered too many big words. I expressed too many concepts. Unless you question, you will not be able to digest what I said. One more thing. Usually, we feel if I put questions, all people will look at me. I may look like a fool. Please understand. If you put your question, you may look like a fool. If you don't, you will be a fool. Better to look like a fool and have an answer than being a fool. One more thing, unless you analyze these concepts with your question answer, you will not be able to internalize this truth. You will not be able to make this as an experience in you. So I request any of you, if you have any questions, you are welcome. After spending a few minutes answering your questions, we will enter into a simple meditation technique to experience the reality or the truth of Ashtavakra's verse.
How you were telling about enlightenment is Ashtavakra Gita and Vedanta story. I want to know from your experience how you got enlightened. When you got enlightened exactly. In what path you proceeded to get enlightened. So I can read from the book and the books are available. But I have come here only to know from you how you got enlightened and when it exactly happened. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice question. But too early to ask. Do you want an honest answer or do you want a social answer? Tell me.
An honest answer.
Honest answer. Then you have to wait till the third day. Why I ask you to wait till third day? Now, even if I say about my enlightenment, I tell you, you will not be able to connect with it. You will not be able to accept, see, unless you had one glimpse of meditation or truth from me, you will not be able to trust about my experience. Unless you have experienced the technology which I created, you will not be able to understand. I discovered it. So, first thing, if I start speaking about my enlightenment, either out of politeness, you may start believing it. Believing is not going to help you. Or you may start arguing about it. Again, that is not going to help you. Neither arguing will help, nor believing will help, or you may take it as one more story, that's all. That is not going to help you. It may look like one more fiction, a story, a novel, very tasty, spicy, but that is not going to help you. Just have a little patience. Have today's meditation, tomorrow's meditation. Let this meditation work on you. You will have at least one glimpse of clarity, peace, or rest, or at least one moment of deep relaxation. Once that happens in you, only then you will be able to trust, oh, if this can happen to me, it must have happened to him also. Unless you get 1 inch or unless you get the glimpse, you will not be able to trust the other person has achieved. So I request you, please wait till day after tomorrow. Day after tomorrow, surely I will speak about my experience, about my personal experience. Unless you yourself got a glimpse, you will not be able to relate with what I am saying. Now, even if I say, it will be just one more story, it will not be an inspiration for you. I keep that as a last weapon to inspire you. My enlightenment story should inspire you and make you work towards that same experience. When you are that much mature, after a little bit of maturity, if I speak about my enlightenment, it can be an inspiration for you to work towards that same state. It can be an inspiration to make you express or grow towards the same state. Now if I start speaking, it may be only one more story. It will not be an inspiration. So please wait till day after tomorrow. Next.
The point which you said about happiness. I was talking to my son and I said, I hope about this year, this is what I am benefiting, or
He said, okay, I'm already happy. What do you want me to do? Why should I? I think that's what you said, that we relate ourselves with the happiness which we think it is happiness. And even to
If he's
myself.
really already happy, don't bother letting me happy. Don't tell him to go easy.
That's what I said. But at the same time, I could not explain to him what unhappiness I have. I was able to say I'm benefiting out of the technique. But I think we are not able to express our unhappiness because we live in some kind of happiness.
Express?
Any unhappiness.
So,
I mean, for us to proceed, I think we must know what is happiness, and then only we can.
First thing, two things we need to understand. If they feel that something is happy, let them live. Only life can teach them. You cannot teach them. All of you be very clear. You cannot teach to anybody. Only life can teach. That's first thing. Second thing, unless they need help, your help cannot help them. If you try to help them without they asking you to help, it will be like a scout boy story. What happened to the scout boys? What they did, the same thing you will be doing. When they need your help, let them come. Only life can teach. Second thing, your idea about happiness and unhappiness has come out of your experience. Please be honest and clear. Did you really listen to your father? No, we were not. When they,
Actually, we listen to our father, but the generation now is different.
To tell you honestly, I am not able to believe this statement. No son listens to the father. After they became father, because of their vested interests, they forget that they have not listened to their fathers. Because they have to train their sons, they remember only the incident in which they listened to their fathers. Only those incidents they remember. They do not remember the incidents in which they said no to their father. And I tell you one simple basic thing. You feel you are a man only when you say no to your father. Till then you feel you are a child. Just to prove that you have become a man, you start saying no to your father. It's a basic psychology. It's a basic thing. When you say no, you feel you are somebody. You feel you are somebody. So, please be very clear. Whatever you say, your son is going to say no. Because he wants to be somebody. One beautiful paragraph I read in a book. One guy says, I found 3 ways to do a thing. Friend asks, what are the 3 ways? He says, first, do it by yourself. Second, get some workers to do. Third, tell your kids not to do. That's all. It will be done. Tell your kids not to do. It will be done. See, there are 3 ways to do anything. Whenever you say, he is just waiting to say no. He is just waiting to say no. Saying no to you creates a deep courage and strength in him. And it makes him feel that he is man. Now he is on his own. So we need to understand, we also said no to our elders. Later on in the old age, because you start having the problem of selective amnesia, you start remembering only the incidents in which you said yes. You forget the thousands of incidents in which you said no to your elders. Be very clear, what we did, the same thing they are also doing. Only life can teach. There are so many people who are married. They come to me and tell, Swamiji, before marriage, if I would have met you, I would have never got married. I would have been with you. I would have dedicated my whole life for spirituality. And I tell them, marriage is like a roller coaster. Whoever is sitting inside, they all wanted to jump out. Whoever is outside always wanted to sit at least once inside. Whoever is outside, they are all having a deep interest and excitement. Why not once? Why not experience once? And whoever is inside just wanted to jump out. Be very clear. Only life can teach. You cannot teach. Let us be very clear. Only life can teach. You can neither teach nor help your kids unless they want. If you force something on them, you may teach one thing, how to cheat you, that's all. If you force some rules or regulations on them, you may teach them one thing, how to cheat you. That's all. Nothing else can be done. Let us be very clear, life only can teach. All you can do is, in a simple word, please mind your business. And I am telling with all respect, because I am not directly related. And if you start forcing, you will listen the same word without respect. That's all. That's all is the whole life. Let us see the reality. Let us come to the practical situation. I am not ready to give any idealistic solutions. Please understand. I don't want any big theories. I can give some theory. Oh, take him to some temple, or take him to some god, take him to some guru. Nothing will happen. And I tell you, nothing will happen. And especially this age, kids have become so intelligent. Unfortunately, see, the software is getting updated. So intelligence is getting updated. Nothing can be done. Those days, it was specialization. So elders were intelligent. These days, updating. So young generation, next generation is going to be intelligence. Be very clear. Those days, lifestyle is specialization. Naturally, elders will be more intelligent. These days, life is based on updating. Naturally, youngsters will be intelligent. All you need is drop your ego and respect the youngsters. That's the only thing can be done. Nothing else can be done. Because fortunately or unfortunately, the whole social setup is turned from specialization to updating. The system is not now specialization. It is all about updating. It is not about specialization. It is all about updating. So, let you be ready for respecting the next generation. Next question.
Swamiji, you were talking about we are not the body, we are not the mind, and we are not the ego and the five elements. But in the true sense, what are we actually? What is the I? Because you also said about the dropping of the ego, and then you functioning independent of the ego. But is I itself not an element of ego itself? And is it not in contradiction with the I thought and the ego? So in case we drop the ego and we say, no, I am not the ego, but I am functioning, is that also not an aspect of the ego itself? So who am I actually? Am I just a thought? Am I the consciousness or whatever?
Beautiful questions. Beautiful questions. But I really suspect, do you need answer? Please understand, person who needs answer will put usually only one question. Person who puts continuously so many questions, he needs only experience. He cannot be given answer. First thing, you assume so many things and you say, if I drop the ego and I start saying, I am living without ego, is it not ego? The moment you drop the ego, you will never say, I am living without ego. Somebody asks the Zen master, Master, how will I come to know whether I am enlightened or not? Master says, this very doubt will disappear. As long as you have this doubt whether I am enlightened or not, you are not enlightened. And he says beautifully, the moment you become enlightened, the doubt whether I am enlightened or not will disappear. Same way, the thought I am enlightened also will disappear. You will neither have the doubt whether I am enlightened or not, nor have the ego, I am enlightened. Both will not be there. That's first thing. So, the hypothetical question, if I drop my ego and I start saying, I am living without ego, is it not one more ego? The very hypothesis is wrong. If you drop your ego, you will not say you are living without ego. First thing. Next thing, you are asking, if I am not body or mind or ego, who am I? Ask yourself, not me. I asked and I found the answer. I am asking you to ask yourself. I am not here to question, I am not here to answer your question. I am here to question your answers. You have so many answers for the question, who am I? You have an answer, I am the body, I am the mind, I am the ego. I am questioning all your answers. No. You are not body, you are not mind, you are not ego. I will leave you alone with your question. When I leave you alone with your question will become quest. And that quest will naturally make you experience the truth. Please do not ask the question to me. Let you ask the question to you. I am not actually answering your question. I am questioning the answers which you have already got. So this question, who am I, should not be asked to me. It should be asked to you. And now, when we do this meditation, you will have a little more deeper clarity of what I am saying, how I am saying you are not the ego. You are not a being as you think. Next question.
Maybe it's really necessary for tomorrow and day after.
Please can you be a little loud?
You have explained very clearly and beautifully. Is it really necessary for tomorrow and day after day classes?
That's nice. And I tell you one thing. If you understood, you don't need tomorrow day after tomorrow class. If you have not understood, again you don't need tomorrow day after tomorrow classes. If you feel almost I am catching, I think I should listen little more. Then you need tomorrow day after tomorrow classes. So be very clear. If you really understood, you don't need tomorrow day after tomorrow classes. And I tell you, if you really understood, not the tomorrow day after tomorrow, you cannot forget. Do not bother. See, if you really understood, not that you don't need tomorrow day after tomorrow classes, you will simply start living with me. I am not saying about physically, I am saying about the conscious level. So if you have understood this one session, one class, not only you don't need tomorrow or day after tomorrow class, your whole life you will start radiating these teachings. You will start radiating. So if you understood, really you don't need. You don't need. And if you have not understood completely, again you don't need. If you feel, I understood some things, I think I need some more things, then you are welcome tomorrow. Next. One minute. There are 2-3 mics. Your mic is not on. Actually, only love. Person who is little loved, only he can be heard. A small story. One young artist, he gets a role in a drama, and he rushes to the house to have tremendous excitement, and he shouts, he tells, Mother, I got a beautiful role. Mother asks, what role? I got the husband's role. Mother immediately says, you are not got the speaking part. So only if you are loud, I can listen. Please be little loud.
You have been talking about
Purposelessness.
Actually, life is purposelessness.
Mm.
Right? Now, actually having born in this world, we have to grow, we have to have some commitment, we have to enter our life also as the time comes. When given under this situation, if there is a feeling which we have to cultivate as purposelessness, then we have some commitments in life, we have to have some goals, we have to practical day-to-day life. How are we to compromise? How do I understand this?
First thing, I am not asking you to cultivate the feeling of purposelessness because it's a pure truth. You don't need to cultivate. It's a simple truth. You understand? The purposelessness is the attitude of purposelessness need not be cultivated in you. It's a simple truth. All you need is just understand. Whether you believe it or not, your life is not under your control. Am I right? Whether you believe it or not, you do not know when the end will come. Am I right? Are you sure that you will reach your house safely? At least I am not sure. I don't know about you, but I am not sure I will reach my ashram safely with this Bangalore traffic. That is different. Whether you understand or not, accept or not, believe or not, this is truth. I am opening the truth. I am opening the truth which is ultimate truth. And let the truth take its own course. Why should you be so much afraid? Why are you afraid to enter into the truth? Let the truth penetrate you. Let it work. Why should we? You see, before entering into the truth itself, we are afraid. No. This is there in my life. This is there in my life. This is there in my life. If I enter into the truth, what will happen to this? What will happen to this? What will happen to this? That small wave is afraid that if it drops into the ocean, what will happen to the bubbles which he collected? And when the wave was raising, he asked all the next waves, no, you are my wife, please stand here. You are my daughter, please stand here. You are my son, please stand here. I have a commitment for all of you. I have to do this, I have to do that. And suddenly the wave disappears. Not only that wave, all the waves disappear into the ocean.